From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Max at my bar, of course, where everyone has a shot to take a seat and tell their story. It's the Game Face segment with the ghost of Coach Dave Campbell. He could make it in today, but I know he's here in spirit and brought to our good friends at YOLO Rum. We're talking about defeating cancer. We're talking about the SBAs, the Small Business Administration, and we're talking about engineering, believe it or not. They're all at my bar, and it's going to be a great show like it always is. Let's welcome in the panel. AJ Bendolph is here. Defeat cancer with a cough.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
How you feeling? You look great, man.
Amazing. Fighting to save lives.
Yeah?
Defeating cancer. Spreading the word against prostate cancer awareness.
Yep.
And having fun, and a bunch of regular guys touching those that can't be touched by the medical facility.
There you go. And what's ACOFF? Tell us about that.
ACOFF is named after when I was going through, I'm a prostate cancer survivor. When I was going through, named after myself and my wife and kids. We are going to defeat cancer and save a bunch of lives.
So early detection is a key with any cancer, but especially with prostate, correct?
Yes, early detection with prostate cancer, there's a cure.
Yeah, okay. So what got you to go? Like, there's a lot of men are like, I don't know. But, how did you finally say, you know what, I'm going to go get checked?
I had skipped a year of physical because of COVID. And when I went in, my numbers were off. I didn't even know what a PSA was. I wasn't even sure I knew what a prostate was at that point. And he asked me very cavalier, like, do you want to get to a specialist? Went to a specialist, long story short, positive for cancer, stage 2, and started educating myself and decided at that point that every man needs to know, because 1 out of 8 men will get prostate cancer.
1 out of 8, no kidding. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So get over it, right? Just go get checked out and be better off.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
Great to have you. And congrats, man. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I love that you're helping people. Janelle Hine is here from the SBA.
Yes.
Hey, this is a first for the record.
Yeah. First SBA person.
First SBA
Excellent.
person. How long have you been in with the SBA?
33 years.
Holy cow.
First 30 in Miami, the last 3 up here in Jacksonville.
Okay, how'd you get to Jacksonville? Just a transfer? Or you just
transfer, my grandkids are up here. So,
So what do you do with the SBA?
I'm the district director, so I'm in charge of operations for the upper 43 counties of the state of Florida. So, yeah.
Wow. So I dabble a little bit in the financing world. So US SBA and USDA, both government backed, right?
Correct.
How do they differ?
Typically SBA is doing more for every kind of business except for agricultural based. You're looking more for USDA if you are running some sort of farming operation. We can support if you want to sell a project, say you're growing blueberries and you want to change that into blueberry jam and then sell it in the storefront. That's where SBA can come in. Although USDA can do that as well. So there's a little bit of overlap.
And the SBA, each individual, what do they have, $5 million in equity to utilize? Is that correct at the SBA?
Can go up to $5 million. Yes, that's the maximum of for our guaranteed loan programs. We have other programs that go higher.
Okay, great. What's the biggest challenge? Let me ask you this. What's the best part of your job, Janelle?
I think seeing the impact that maybe just a connection that I make does for a small business. It's not always something that we can do ourselves, but because of our network, we're able to actually connect people. I look at us as a resource connector. That's what we do.
I tell you, as my wife's a small business owner, without financing, without backing, it's tough.
That's rare.
Yeah, you need it. You need it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Douglas Brower is here, Dean of Engineering.
Yes.
At the FSCJ. That's what they call it now, right? Florida State College, right?
Florida State College of Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. What a great school. It's been here a long time. Tell us about your job, Dean.
Well, Dean of Engineering.
Yeah.
So we're at the downtown campus.
I'm a little intimidated. I gotta be honest. I am. Deans. Because every time I've been in front of a dean, I've been in trouble. So this is a little different.
Well, you're not alone there. You get on the other side of the fence. I'm not going to call myself.
Were you always into engineering? Like, did you go to school for engineering? Was that just something?
I'm an industrial engineer by trade.
You are, okay.
And I've been on both sides of the fence. About half my career has been in global business, and the other half has been in higher education. And I love working with the kids, and particularly a school like FSCJ, where it's really focused on 2 years degrees for the most part, right?
Great program.
We have bachelor degree programs, but you're helping out people that really want it, need it, and you get a lot of reward from that. So it's
What's the supply of engineers coming, through the ranks? Is it abundant, and is the demand, is there jobs to be had, that kind of thing?
I'll tell you, in Jacksonville, with all the growth that we're seeing here, certainly every company that we deal with, and I've got hundreds on my advisory boards, they're all screaming for people.
Right. Good.
I think what you're seeing is you have that need for the engineers still, but you have an even greater need for those people that have a technical certificate or a 2-year degree, so they can jump in on the line with their feet running and be very applied and really provide a lot of energy that the companies need.
With the 2-year degree, they can do that.
Yeah,
and while maybe getting their whatever.
But it sets you up so for an example, we do a lot of things with Johnson & Johnson, and students say we'll go in there with a 2-year degree. Then a company like Johnson & Johnson will provide tuition assistance for them to go get the 4-year degree. So it provides a lot of career path growth. But we're at the ground floor,
That's so
and
cool.
we do a lot of benefits. So excited.
Jacksonville's it's going to continue to grow. There's a lot of growth to be had. In all areas, I agree. There's still so much land too, to develop, especially in that industrial world. I used to be in that world a little bit.
Well, we've got down at Cecil, we've got a campus out there, and so we've got our aviation programs at the airport out there, and
so cool.
And that whole commerce center, that corridor is going to take off. So we're trying to really help push that along.
Great. That's great. I love it. I love it all. All right, it's a game face segment. So I'm going to ask you: is there an athlete that has inspired you over your course of your life? I'm going to start with you, AJ. What do you say?
Probably Allen Iverson.
Oh, it's only practice. Best line ever. Time to practice. Yeah, no doubt.
Staying authentic to who he was.
Yeah, a little guy in a giant man game who could score it. Well, he was awesome.
Yeah,
I agree with
guy
that.
that overcame the obstacles.
Yeah, he did. Janelle, how about you?
In my younger years, I would say a former NHL defenseman, Jamie Huscroft.
Okay.
Played for New Jersey Devils, but I watched him when he was in the Seattle League when he was in his 20s. So a lot of team loyalty, able to evidently take a punch and hit a punch.
Was he a brawler? Because defensemen
he was a brawler. A lot of penalty minutes. But now I would say my son, because he plays high school football and baseball. So
cool. I used to hang out with Lyndon Byers, who was a defenseman for the Bruins, who was their fighter. His face would always be this. I'm like, LB, done it hurt? He's like, you should see the other guy. Got him good. All right, how about you? What would you say?
Well, I told you I'm from Chicago, so in general, it's got to be the '85 Bears. But picking one out there, Jimmy McManus.
Oh yeah, my man McMahon.
He just put it all out there on the line and didn't care too much about his body at times.
Well, I told you I'm from Chicago too. I remember on the news when Jim McMahon pulled up to training camp. He had his shirt off. He had a cigar in his mouth. He was on a moped, and he had a beer in his. And he came from BYU. And we were like, really? Who is this guy? It turned out to be fantastic.
Yeah,
that's great. Well, great to have you all on the show. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Keep up that great work out there. Make sure you check out their profiles. This conversation and hundreds, maybe thousands of others. Just go check out our website, dailynewsnetwork.com. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Even though we do have two different liquors, it's still one name. It's Yolo Rum, and at the end of the day, it's how you feel. And Yolo Rum, you only live once, and that's more prevalent. That's becoming more prevalent as far as the attitude and the mindset with how people live their lives. And it's not about how it used to be as far as people doing dumb stuff out here. It's more of they're understanding the value of their life. And if we can bring that presence of the meaning behind life and what it means to fulfill whatever you need to fulfill in your life that makes you feel enjoyable about what you're doing, that's what YOLO will bring out as well.